Okay, Aries, y'all won the poll for love messages. We're gonna go ahead and jump in with the song. We do have Gotta Move On by Bryson Tiller and Diddy. Um, what the hell? Hold on. This retrograde been so crazy. Like, I'm tired. And we in the shadow period till April. I'm tired. Okay. Got an Instagram notification and my music just like turned down. And my volume is off. I'm tired. Um Can you feel how stressed I am, right? Anyway, so you guys won the poll. Of course, it was only going to be one winner. Aries, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all was stepping, okay? If you're new here, hi, my name is B. Welcome. If you don't have me on Twitter, you're doing yourself a very big injustice, okay? Get with the winning team. All of the fun and the shenanigans really be popping off over on Twitter. It's about to low key start popping off over on TikTok too. So make sure you drop down below in the description box. I'm gonna try to remember to plug in my TikTok because that's where the rest of the shenanigans I'm about to start pushing into that platform too. But if you don't have me on Twitter already, definitely make sure you go find me on Twitter, okay, at Bees Tarot, BEE Tarot, TAROT, because that's where all the fun happens, okay. I put all 12 signs together in a poll. Aries beat the shit out of everybody else. Don't shoot the messenger, all right. Gotta Move On, I think, is a very prominent song, all right. So it's already giving like y'all probably gotta move on from someone or something. All right, I do like that song. I think there was some influencer who was like they didn't really like that song like that. I like it. I think we could have took Diddy off of it. Um, but I'm a big Bryson Tiller fan. I love Bryson. So I think he sound real good. Okay, so this could be looking like y'all are moving on from somebody, Aries, or either you need to be moving on from somebody, Aries. We gonna see what the energies is giving. Okay, definitely make sure you subscribe, join our family. Check down below, drop down in the Patreon box, join our family. Okay, our community is growing, our platforms are growing, our family here is growing. And just make sure you be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? You either with the winning team or you not. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. This will be for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Venus placements, and I do mean Aries, Sun, Moon, and Venus. I don't pull love messages by the rising sign. If you're an Aries rising and this resonates, great, good for you. I'm still channeling for the Sun, Moon, and Venus because you know there's so many people who be like, but as an ascendant, I this resonate. Great. Don't really have a cookie for you. I'm happy to know that it resonated, but I still pull for the Sun, Moon, and the Venus. Okay. So if you are an Aries, Sun, Moon, and Venus, this is channeled for you. And again, if you want to rep your sign, if you just feel like that's not fair because where my sign at, then goddamn follow me over on my other platforms so you can rep your sign just like Aries did yesterday to get this video. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in because I don't really have all day. Okay, because I really don't have all day. I gotta go see a man about a horse later. So I gotta get ready to go in a minute. But I need to be thinking about what I want for dinner. Okay. Trying to Be by Giveon is playing right now. I like this song too. Give me the lyrics. Um I think the song was basically trying to be all that I can be for you. Um I want a something is hard because of it's lonely. I liked this entire album that he gave us. Yeah, so the lyrics read trying to be all that I can be for you. When you're not with me, it's hard because it's lonely. Honestly, I told them I'm in love with you, but they're okay with being number two. Okay? Aries. Aries. I don't like that. I don't like that's the music already. So let's go ahead and jump in with the oracle and then we'll jump in with the tarot. Okay, so you do have the listening card. Sorry, the sun is beaming through my window. We have the listening card and we have the understanding card. Okay. Reminder is down at the bottom of the deck, Aries. So I feel like in love right now, so far what this is giving me is don't be tricked. Don't be tricked. Okay. And I said that because let me pause this real quick. You heard the lyrics I just read, right? I'm trying to be all that I can be for you. But when you're not with me, it's hard because I get lonely. Honestly, I told them I'm in love with you, but they okay with being number two. Don't let nobody sway you, okay? Or either you're cross watching for an Aries, and don't let the Aries sway you. Everything sound real good, right? Says the listening card. The glare is what killed me. It's either too dark or too light every time I record. It's crazy. At this point, I'm just gonna fucking buy a ring light. Don't be swayed. The listening card says, look, everything that sounds good ain't always good. Okay, everything that sounds bad ain't always bad. You know what I mean? Sometimes we think that we getting bad luck, or because something because what we heard isn't what we wanted to hear, right? You ever have a conversation with somebody, or they answer your question and it's like, that's not the answer I was really hoping that you give me, right? But it doesn't always mean that that's bad just because that's not the answer that you was expecting or that you wanted. But also, just because some shit sound good don't mean that it's good. Okay, so I feel like you're gonna have to understand that to get a deeper understanding on something, right? You might be listening to something and it sounds real good, just like the lyrics, right? Honestly, I told them I'm in love with you, but they're okay with being number two. I'm trying to be all that I can be for you, but it's hard when you're not with me because I get lonely. What type of bullshit is that? Right? Love Giveon. I do love the album, love the song. I love his voice. I love all of his music. That sound like some bullshit though, right? How a motherfucker gonna tell you I'm trying to be all I can be for you, but it's hard because when you're not with me, I get lonely, huh? So I gotta be around you 24/7 for you to be a good partner to me. But if you're not listening with intent, Aries, you gonna fall for a lot of hogwash and you gonna fall for a lot of bullshit because it's gonna sound good, right? Don't that sound romantic? He's trying to be all that he can be for me, but then you completely overlook the fact, right? Overlook the understanding of what this person is really telling you is they got issues being faithful. They want to be the person that you need them to be romantically, but they have issues keeping their dick and their pussy in their pants. Because when you not in my face all the time, it's other bitches in my face. And when I get lonely, I'm susceptible to wanting to be around somebody else. Right? But even in the part of the song where I paused it, he said, don't go too long, don't go too far for too long, I'm too on. Don't go too far for too long, I'm too on. Cause soon as they say my name, they gonna come calling. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't go too far away from me, because then when you leave or when we break up or when we have separations, it's hard for me to still be loyal and to respect you as my partner. When we laying down in the bed together, yeah, and we bumping pelvises, yeah, it sound real good, it feel real good, it feel real nice. But then when you leave and go to work, I get lonely. That's not the type of energy you want around you, right? Aries, I feel like this is your reminder. Don't fall for no bullshit. Y'all can be such ride or dies for people. Stop riding and dying for people who don't have that same energy for you. Okay? Don't have to learn. You don't have to learn that lesson the hard way. Listen to comprehend. Listen for understanding, and not listening to just be listening. Sometimes people get so wrapped up, either you or cross watcher. Not saying you do this, but for some of you that's watching, I feel like you might do this. You listen to respond. Listen for understanding, right? Yeah, I know I like to make these a little interpersonal. I know an Aries personally who been trying to get my personal attention, and child, it took a real. I had to really start listening to what they were saying and what they wasn't saying. You know what I mean? They talk more about trying to get me to have sex with them than they do trying to actually get to know me as a woman, right? But let them tell it if I'm not listening, right? If I wasn't a smart ass bitch like I was, right? Then I would have felt susceptible to it. And they lay it on real thick. Oh, B, your teeth, your smile, you're just so. I just want to hear you speak to me. But then when we talk about romantic relationships, what's the first thing came out your mouth? You said, I just wanted to have somebody I can fuck casually with no strings attached. In my head, I already knew then. X this box because this ain't going to work. It's already one thing, we work together. That's not going to work out. I'm not fucking where I'm making my money at. Are you dumb? Right? That's just me making this an interpersonal moment, right? So you already my manager. How I'ma fuck you? But furthermore, I'm more than just a piece of pussy. I'm a whole woman. I'm a whole wife. I'm a business owner. You don't want to talk about that though, right? But you can ask me, oh well, but what if you find the right person and the sex isn't good? See, because you keep trying to sway me to fuck you. Right? You're not trying to ask me, well, what's your love language and how do you love? And you over here talking about, well, what if you meet the right guy and they check off all your boxes, but then they're not good sexually? I said, what about it? I cross that bridge when I get there. That's not important enough for me to jump through hoops and hurdles like I'm gonna put that on the front of my mind, right? But Aries or a cross watcher, if you're not careful, if you can really listen to what a motherfucker telling you, you'll get a better understanding on who they are and how they respect you or the lack thereof. Okay? Don't be easily swayed and don't put yourself in another situation to have to redo another cycle. As someone who again has an Aries in their energy, I would never talk to or deal with this person. I feel like I can fully understand what this kind of energy is. It's like y'all be hearing people tell y'all who they really are. Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, what believe them? Aries, I feel like y'all be wanting to believe in the goodness of people so bad, or either y'all be so ride or die for so many people the way you be like, they just basically told me fuck me, but maybe it's just me. It's not. Yes, it is. The Aries I'm talking about told me in my face, like, look, if you do X, Y, and Z one more time, all your little boundaries, that's what they did. What they look, cause they real funny on the little mannerisms I do. I noticed that they did this little. Cause if you come in here looking how you looking as good as you looking again, I'm all your little boundaries are gonna have to go out the window. That let me know what type of person that was right there. Bitch, if I can't come in here looking as good as I'm looking, and you already like I'ma disrespect your boundaries. Not to the average slow dumb motherfucker, they toss that up to, oh well, they just playing. They didn't really mean it. The Aries I'm talking about, same thing. Oh well, I just be talking shit. I like to be toxic. But when I called you toxic all of 2 weeks ago, and I told you you like toxic situations, you find yourself in an awful lot of them. Now all of a sudden they don't know what I'm talking about. It just I don't like toxic relationships, but you sit here telling me, well, oh, I'm just playing about the boundaries. I like to be toxic. Aries, listen for understanding. Don't listen to give the benefit of the doubt. Don't listen to try to actually meet somebody in the middle. Listen for understanding, for that deeper understanding. Not everything that sounds bad is bad, but not everything that sounds great is great, right? Giveon can tell you all day, all night long, I'm trying to be all that I can be for you. That sounds real good. But until he can get over his loneliness, he's still essentially just telling you, like, okay, well, look, I'm the man you need me to be when you in my face. When you're not in my face, is the problem. So don't leave and get out of my face. Don't go too far for too long, because I'm too on. When they call my name and these bitches come calling and these bitches come running, I'm gonna be real tempted to go see what they want. But is that the partner you want, Aries? No, because that's not the energy that you elude. That's not the energy that you give. You real solid. You real right hand strong about who you affiliated with. They don't got to worry about nobody else. You might have a little wandering eye. Most Aries do. Y'all like a little. You feel me? Pull the glasses down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But that's as far as it's gonna go. For the ascended ones, anyway. I ain't talking about the low vibrational ones that got cheating problems and sex problems and all. I'm talking about those of you that are devoted to your partner. You fight for who you love. You go to bat for them. They don't got to worry about shit. Cheat what? I know I'm happy with where I am. Give me something for Aries. For what do they need to know in their love life? Two might be a number you guys see a lot. So if you been seeing 222, this is a confirmation. Aquarius energy is here. Queen of Cups energy is here. So that water sign energy is here. You might have water in your chart. You might have some Aquarius in your chart with the Queen of Swords down at the bottom of the deck. You have the Two of Wands. Lord, can you even see? We have the Two of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Star card. The Queen of Six of Pentacles. Excuse me, I almost said Queen of Pentacles. And the Seven of Cups. So for some of you out the gate, what I'm seeing is you need to be listening to your intuition. Some of you have an issue getting outside your comfort zone and actually surrendering the connection, right? That's why I said I feel like the first song that played is Gotta Move On by Bryson Tiller and Diddy. I do feel like, hold on. Okay. I do feel like where that applies, where you got to be moving on, it's time to move on. I feel like for some of you, you scared to get outside your comfort zone. I don't know if your comfort zone is actually releasing this person. I don't know if your comfort zone, and I'm saying that as a question because Aries, I guess okay, that would make sense. I just heard that whereas like as fire signs, it do be hard to let go. So I guess that could make sense. I can say because Aries, when y'all dip, right? But I guess it does take a while for you to let go because you do fight for people. It's as a Sagittarius, I understand that, right? When you love somebody and you locked in and you fuck with them, you fuck with them. This ain't no, oh, they breathed wrong, let me go. You know what I mean? That's more so air sign, earth sign energy. Oh, I don't like how they blink. I'm gonna get up out of here. Water sign, fire sign energy, we fight for who we love. Friends, family, whatever. So I do feel like it might be a little outside your comfort zone to just give up on whatever this is. But I feel like it's time to surrender it. Okay, you see how she got her hands up? Right? It's time for you to release the connection and take your hands off of it. I feel like you've been listening and some of you have been deciphering the bullshit from the real shit. You already know the bullshit from the real shit. But it's almost like you keep trying to convince yourself that there's hope. I don't stop. I guess I was gonna say I don't know what for, but I guess as the reader, it's not for me to understand what for. Stop. Others of you need to get outside your comfort zone and actually listen to understand. I feel like there's a split here. Some of y'all Aries, y'all be so quick to leave because you hear some shit that you don't like. You know what I mean? Where it's like, why you ain't call me last night? Oh, I forgot. What you mean you forgot? Now you done broke up with the nigga. You don't want to be with him no more. You know what I'm saying? You just being real cutthroat about shit. You know what I'm saying? Queen of Swords. You just ready to walk away. But it's like you walking away from your good thing. Learn how to get outside your comfort zone and have some compassion, Queen of Cups, about what's going on. People fucking forget. You can't hold that to everybody. You know what I mean? Like, y'all can be so fuck this shit, I'm out sometimes. Where it's like, okay, the motherfucker forgot. How is that the end of the world? How is that something deep enough for you to be like, fuck this nigga, don't call me no more. If you forgot to call me last night, then do me a favor and just forget me as a whole. Like, okay, hold up. Hold on. Like, where did it even come from? And some of you already know it, but it's like you still trying to further understand something. So I feel like there's two different groups here. Some of you are so stuck in your comfort zone of just being with this whoever ain't shit ass nigga, ain't shit ass bitch that you already know what to do with, but it's like you really standing in your own way. You making yourself torn. It's like on one moment you know that you should leave, and then somehow you convince yourself that if you just keep holding on to faith, but then you keep giving to a dead situation. It's like you keep pouring energy into something that is not yielding you any results. You shit, all of this goddamn yielding this shit is still just a little piece nub up here. And some of you need to learn how to have hope. Okay, the person forgot to call you. Get over yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like no tea, no shade. Get the fuck over yourself. Learn to have a deeper understanding on why this triggers you so bad. What about this feels so negative? Is it because people in the past also forgot to call you, but then when in reality they was out with some bitches? Is it because of abandonment issues? What's really the tea? Because there's some changes that would need to be made. 23 by 7 Streeter. We have a 23 up here as well. So yeah, doubling down. 23, 2 plus 3 gives me 5. So doubling down on that. There's some changes that need to be made for some of you who don't know how to actually cultivate a relationship. For some of y'all, it's like you want something long lasting, long term. You know what I mean? Star card. You be wishing on a star about that shit. Every time you see a shooting star, you be like, God, I want a husband and kids, and I want a husband that just loves me and just is so patient with me. But then it's like, you not patient with your partner. How you gonna pray for a partner that's patient with you, but you not patient with them? Be so fucking for real. Be so fucking for real. But you have to be able to build things from the ground up, and that takes time, Aries. I feel like y'all be rushing into shit too. I'm kind of seeing that. Where it's like y'all be rushing into shit. And that could be what it is for that other power. Will you be so quick to leave? Because see, y'all rushing to shit and y'all be wanting shit when y'all want shit. Because that's that Mars energy and y'all be wanting control and fighting for control. Now it's like, oh, bitch ass nigga, I said call me at this time. Why you didn't call me? And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. And then you be like, okay, since you forgot to call me, forget my number. And it's like, but then you just pray to God, then you just pray to God for a man that was patient and a long-term relationship. How do you think you're going to cultivate that? You have to give energy to something and actually allow it to grow and be authentic. It's like planting a rose garden, but then you go out tomorrow. Instant gratification. Thank you, Spirit. That's what's coming to me right now. Instant gratification. It's shit not gonna happen overnight. People are flawed people. But you can't be so nasty and rude and cutthroat every time something don't go your way, or because every time you hear something that you don't like. You need to actually get a deeper understanding on what's triggering you so bad about this. Or you gonna keep constantly finding yourself in this same cycle of new nigga, new nigga, new nigga, new bitch, new bitch, new bitch. Because every time you hear something you don't like, or that you perceive as negative, or that you perceive as bad, you're gonna want to leave. Others of you need to learn how to take what you're hearing at face value, and don't let that have to be a reminder and a lesson that you have to learn. For others of you who on the flip side of that coin, you done been in constant relationships where you already can hear this is some bullshit waiting to happen. You be knowing. And you still be trying to act like, but I can change them. I can say, but I understand them. But I understand them. I'm gonna hold out hope that you are going to stay in this cycle of ain't shit niggas. It's almost like my mom. I think my mom's a Aries Venus. I think she had Aries Venus and Aries Mars. Um and I kind of remember her talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mother talk about um men and dating, and the things that she's learned in her 40 something years, and what I'm learning now at 25 as I'm dating. And I feel like my mama was on the opposite side of the spectrum of this. You know what I'm saying? We talk about that a lot. Where it's like, you know what? I knew that them niggas wasn't shit when I started talking to them. I knew that they wasn't shit when I started talking to them. I knew that wasn't the man for me. I knew that they really couldn't be the man that I needed them to be, but I stayed, right? I stayed and I tried to understand them. I stayed and I tried to hold out hope and faith for them. And it's like, no. What Maya Angelou said, when somebody show you who they are the first time, believe them. But some of y'all can be too cutthroat, and some of y'all can be too understanding and too loving. Where you like, oh, I know that bum ass nigga is a bum. I know he got fired from his job. I know he got fired because he wasn't going to work. But I'm going to stick it out anyway. And I'm going to hold out hope and faith. And, one day he's going to get another job. And he's going to be the man I know he could be. You waste so much time on this bullshit hope and a prayer. You need to figure out what's what. You got to learn how to decipher what's what. because you don't want to get outside your comfort zone. I don't know if that's because some of y'all don't want to be alone, or you don't know how to be alone, or again, this could just be abandonment issues for y'all, where it's just like, I don't want to abandon them the way I was abandoned by people. So I be trying to understand them, and I be trying to hold out hope and faith and hold on to the potential. Like, no, 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 no. Like, so I definitely feel like this pile is split. Again, you could have some Aquarius in your chart. If you have some Aquarius in your chart, I feel like you might be the one that's too quick to leave. If you got some water sign energy in your chart, I do feel like you might be too quick to stay. I'm kind of getting a split energy here. If you have some air in your chart with that Aries, I feel like you might be the one to be like, fuck this shit, I'm out. But if you got some water in your chart, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, I feel like you might be the one a little too compassionate, and you the one always trying to understand the next person, right? I feel like y'all can both take a little lesson from each other, right? At the end of the day, these people are who they are. Take them at face value. Pay attention to what you're hearing. Okay, that's gonna be what's important, because that's what's gonna really let you know what's what. Yeah, the bum ass nigga probably did get fired, but what is he telling you? Do you see him get up every day and put in a job application? Do you see him get up and actually start something? Yeah, he might have said something that hurt your feelings, or said something you didn't like, but was it the truth? Would you rather the truth or a motherfucker lie to you? You might not like the truth. A lot of people don't. Take it from big Sagittarius. A lot of people don't like the truth. Okay? But the truth is the truth. You rather the truth, or you rather a motherfucker lie to you. You might not like the truth, but can you respect that it's the motherfucking truth? Huh? You might think some shit sound good, but is it really all what it joked up to be? The listening card is also to say, listen to your intuition as well. Listen to what's being said. Listen to the whispers in the night. That is the intuition in the back of your mind, and that little inner voice to say, you need to get out of this situation. Or have a little hope, have a little faith for this person. It might not be that bad. They trying. You know what I'm saying? They don't really know how to show up for you yet, but they trying. Are they fucking trying, Aries? Huh? Or are you sticking it out with somebody who's clearly showing you they're not trying, clearly showing you that they can't do it, clearly showing you they don't even give a fuck, and you still just here being like, but I understand them. No one understands them like I do. Because you already know, Aries, y'all can go to bat for people, but again, you need to go to bat for people that's going to bat for you. You out here trying to goddamn go to the end of time, trying to understand and have faith for people who ain't gonna waste time doing it for you. Right? Tell y'all another little story with this Aries, and then I'm gonna get on up out of here. Um, Me and the Aries had like a intense disagreement, I guess. All I really said was I felt like the conversation was one sided. Child, they done made it into some whole other shit. They didn't turn it. All I said was I don't really like texting you no more, because I feel like texting you, the conversation is one sided. Child, they didn't turn it into, regardless of what I do and the time I give, you'll never be happy, and nobody's ever happy with me, and people are always so unhappy with me. I said, where the fuck all this come from? I don't listen. I don't know. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know who you need to take that to. Please direct that energy toward whoever the fuck you need to direct it to, because that don't got nothing to do with me. Your time and the energy and being unhappy, I don't know about all that. What I do know is I don't like texting you no more, like I said, because the conversation feels one sided. Child, then they pull up on me because they want to have a face to face talk, just to further tell me, hey, well, I noticed you are correct. I did go up in our text threads and you were correct about that. I haven't been reciprocating the energy. Then to turn around and tell me, well, I got triggered in us talking, but you weren't empathetic and sympathetic enough. I said, listen, let me say something. I'm not in the business of being empathetic and sympathetic to nobody's projections no more. Right? I done did that already. Huh? I done did that already. I'm outside my comfort zone on that, and I'm real comfortable outside my comfort zone. Me a couple of years ago, yeah, you probably could have got me with that. Oh, because nobody's ever unhappy and everybody's always. Then there would have been a whole different energy. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't. I don't mean to make you feel like that. I just know. But no, you don't have to listen to comprehend. I knew from the moment she switched the whole shit what it was. I told you. I'm sitting there telling you. Then you still want to talk about how people be unhappy with you. I said I feel like you derailing from my point on purpose. Cause none of this, you talking about how people been unhappy with you, they don't got nothing to do with me. What I'm talking about is the conversation feel one-sided. How you pull out of the crack of your ass all of the time that you give? Give to who? Me? No, cause you don't spend that much time with me. So direct that shit, right? But it's giving this type of vibe too, where it's like, listen for comprehension. If you just listening to respond, baby, I would have bit that bait. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you. Because you know how I'm such a big hearted person. I'm big Jupiter. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel like that. I don't never try to make nobody feel bad about nothing. I promise I don't. I promise I don't. But how long am I going to keep being empathetic and sympathetic to a motherfucker and trying to understand, huh? A motherfucker just to get myself in that same cycle. I know that cycle very well with myself. That whole conversation would have went to me trying to understand you and listening to you just for you to try to manipulate me, when in reality, again, all you had to do was go up in the text thread and say, you right, B, I understand what you're saying, I'm sorry, it has been one-sided. Baby, you made a whole goddamn scene. It felt like I was in a toxic relationship with the bitch, and I don't even talk to the bitch. Never fuck this bitch, nothing. Promise. We just work together, and I ain't been working that long, bitch. If you've been following me and keeping it with me, I've been there 4 months, right? So don't let nobody jip you. Listen to what's being said, right? That's why I said if I was a dummy bitch, I would have been bit that bait. If I was a dummy bitch, soon as they said something about my boundaries and then tried to reiterate like Kiki Captain, I just be playing, you know, I just like to be toxic. But luckily I'm a smart bitch and I take shit for what they are. I'm not just listening to be listening to respond no more. I'm listening for comprehension. Yeah, it sound like Kiki and it sound like jokes, but what you really telling me is you already don't have a respect for my boundaries. So even if I wanted to have sex with you, there's no reason for me to have sex with you. For one, we work together, and for two, because you just clearly told me to my face that you're already ready to disrespect my boundaries. And I don't need nobody like that around me. Y'all don't need nobody like that around y'all. And if you cross watching for Aries, you don't need that Aries around you. Because, baby, I don't talk to them. It very much give Queen of Swords when I'm around. Hey, what's up? How you doing? All right, then. I'll catch you. I don't even give it too much conversation no more. Because I already can see and hear what type of person they are. Right? And others of you, again, don't. Why did that scare me so bad? Why did my blow dryer just fall off? That's so weird. My blow dryer just fell off the counter. Anyway, it's also giving that too, though. Like I was before, I was so rudely interrupted by my goddamn blow dryer. Others of you need to listen for comprehension. You know what I mean? Again, sometimes it really don't be what you be thinking, right? But in order to really have that long-term relationship and that emotional fulfillment that you want, to have that reciprocated energy of giving to somebody and they give back to you and really building something, y'all gonna have to really learn how to stick it out. Just because it sound bad. Oh, I ain't called you last night because I was out with the gang. I was out with my homies. Yeah, that might sound like, oh, okay, well, fuck me then. Right? Damn, you don't give a fuck about me. But it don't always have to be bad. Just because something sounds bad doesn't mean that it's bad. But just because some shit sounds good doesn't mean that it's good. Thank you again so much, Aries, for checking this out. Again, the additional signs that I do see here is Aquarius, very heavy. Air sign energy, water sign energy. So that is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I do see Aquarius here very heavy, okay? Thank you again so much, Aries. Definitely make sure you subscribe. Drop down below in the description box if you want a personal reading. I do personal readings. Follow me on Twitter, obviously. So next time we do these, y'all can rep y'all sign just like everybody else did. And you can win a poll. Maybe you're cross-watching for an Aries and you're a Gemini or something and you like, ooh girl, I wanted to win, why we didn't win, because y'all just have to go rep y'all sign. So definitely make sure you drop down below in the description box, follow, subscribe. I got to get on up out of here, and until next time, bye.